Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bluff City Theatre. My name is Joe Anderson. I am the Executive Director of the theatre, and I welcome you all here this afternoon. This is the first play of our 2018 season. It is Cormac McCarthy's The Sunset Limited, and it kicks off our season, which is dedicated to the theme of faith. When we decided to do this season, I was looking for plays that I thought would really speak to the concept of faith, which is the thing that keeps us going in the absence of proof. And I think this is an absolutely wonderful play. And we're fortunate that we have two such great actors performing this for us today. Just a couple of things. If you haven't done so, would you please take a moment and silence your cell phones, because this is an incredibly intensive production and you don't want to be the person who has their cell phone go off in the middle of it. So just take a second. Also, I'll remind you that because we're an equity theater, a professional theater, there's no recording of any kind allowed, no photography, and no recording, except for me, because today we're going to be doing what's called an archival recording. This is the recording that we keep for future as a reference going forward. This production is sponsored by Dempsey & Dempsey Law Firm, a law firm that supports the arts and has certainly been a tremendous support to us over the years. So thank you and enjoy the show.
So what am I supposed to do with you, Professor?
Why are you supposed to do anything?
I done told you. This ain't none of my doing. I left out of here this morning to go to work. You wasn't no part of my plans at all, but here you is.
Doesn't mean anything. Everything that happens doesn't mean something else.
It don't.
No, it doesn't.
What's it mean then?
It doesn't mean anything. You run into people and some of them are in trouble or whatever. It doesn't mean that you're responsible for them. Anyway, people who are always looking out for perfect strangers are very often the people who won't look out for the ones they're supposed to be looking out for, in my opinion. If you're doing just what you're supposed to do, you don't get to be a hero.
And that would be me.
I don't know, would it?
Well, I can see how there might be some truth in that. But in this particular case, I might have to say that I didn't know what sort of person I was supposed to be on the lookout for, or what I was supposed to do when I found him. In this particular case, there wasn't but one thing to go by.
And that was?
That was that there he is standing there, and I can look at him and say, well, he don't look like my brother, but there he is. Maybe I better look again.
And that's what you did.
Well, you was kind of hard to ignore. I got to say that your approach was pretty direct.
I didn't approach you. I didn't even see you. Look, I'm beginning to get on your nerves. I should go.
No, you ain't. Don't pay no attention to me. You seem like a sweet man, Professor.
Yeah.
I reckon what I don't understand is how you come to get yourself in such a fix.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Did you sleep last night?
No.
When did you decide today was the day? Was there something special about today?
No. Well, today is my birthday, but I certainly don't regard that as special.
Well, happy birthday, Professor.
Thank you.
So you seen your birthday was coming up, and that seemed like the right day.
Oh, who knows? Maybe birthdays are dangerous. Not like Christmas. Ornaments hanging from the tree, wreaths on the front door, and bodies from steam pipes all over America.
Don't say much for Christmas, does it?
Christmas isn't what it used to be.
Oh, I believe that to be a true statement. I surely do.
Look, I've got to go.
You always put your coat on like that?
What's wrong with the way I put my coat on?
I ain't saying nothing was wrong with it. I just wondered if that was your regular method.
I don't have a regular method. I just put it on. It's what, effeminate? What?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here studying the ways of professors.
Yeah, well, look, I gotta go.
Well, let me get my coat.
Your coat?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Going with you.
What do you mean, going with me where?
Going with you wherever you're going.
No,
can go home with me, but I can't go home with you?
No, I mean, no, that's not it. I just need to go home.
You live in an apartment?
Yes.
What, they don't let black folks in there?
No, well, no, of course they do. Look, I just, no more jokes. I need to go. I'm very tired.
Well, I just hope we don't run into no hassle about you getting me in there.
You're serious.
Oh, I think you know I'm serious.
You can't be serious.
I'm as serious as a heart attack.
Why are you doing this?
Me? I ain't got no choice in the
Of
matter.
course you have a choice.
No, I ain't.
Who appointed you my guardian angel?
Let me get my coat.
Answer the question.
You know who appointed me. I didn't ask you to leap into my arm down at the subway this morning.
I didn't leap into your arms.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Well, how'd you get there then? What? Now we ain't going?
Do you really think Jesus is in this room?
No, I don't think he's in this room.
You don't.
I know he's in this room. It's the way you put it, Professor. Be like me asking, do you think, do I think you got your coat on? You understand what I'm saying?
No, it's not the same thing. It's a matter of agreement. Look, if you and I say that I'm wearing a coat and Cecil says that I'm naked and I have green skin and a tail, well then we might want to think where we should put Cecil so he won't hurt himself.
Who's Cecil?
He isn't anybody. He's just a hypothetical. He's just a person I made up to illustrate a point.
Made up.
Yes. Oh, now look, we're not going to go through this again, are we? It's not the same thing, the fact that I made up Cecil.
Oh, but you did make him up.
Yes.
And his view of things don't count.
Well, no, that's why I made him up. Look, I could have changed things around. I could have said, you were the one who was thinking I wasn't wearing any coat.
And it was green and all that shit you said.
Yes.
But you didn't.
No.
You loaded it off on Cecil.
Yes.
But Cecil can't defend himself because the fact that he ain't in agreement with everybody else makes his word no good. I mean, aside from the fact that you did make him up and he's green and everything.
No, he's not the one that's green. I am. Where is this going?
I'm just trying to find out about Cecil.
I don't think so. You see Jesus,
No, I can't see him.
but you talk to him,
I don't miss a day.
and he talks to you.
Well, he has talked to me, yes.
And you hear him like out loud?
Not out loud. I don't hear a voice. See, I don't hear my own for that matter. But I have heard.
But then why couldn't Jesus just be in your head?
He is in my head.
Then I don't understand what you're trying to tell me.
I know you don't. Look, the first thing you got to understand is that I ain't got an original thought in my head. If it ain't got the lingering scent of divinity to it, then I ain't interested.
Lingering scent of divinity?
Yeah, you like that?
It's not bad.
I heard it on the radio. Black preacher. The point is that I didn't try it the other way. And I don't mean chipping either. Running blindfold through the woods with a bit between your teeth. Oh, man. Didn't I try it though? And if you can find a soul that give it a better shot than me, then I would like to meet him. I surely would. And what do you reckon it got me?
I don't know, what did it get you?
Death and life. That's what it got me.
Death in life.
Yeah, walking around dead. Too dead to know enough to even lay down.
I see.
I don't think so. But let me ask you this question.
All right.
You ever read this book?
I've read parts of it. I've read in it.
Have you ever read it?
I read the book of Job.
Have you ever read it?
No.
But you is read a lot of books.
Yes.
Well, how many books would you say you
No,
read?
I have no idea.
A ballpark.
I don't know. 2 a week, maybe. 100 a year. For close to 40 years. 40 times 100 is 4,000.
I'm just messing with you, Professor. Give me a number. Any number you like. I'll give you 40 times it back.
26.
1,040.
118.
4,720.
4,720.
Yeah.
You know the answer is the question.
Say what?
That's your new number.
4,720.
Yes.
That's a big number, Professor.
Yes, it is.
Do you know the answer?
No, I don't.
It's 188,800.
Let me get that. How do you do that?
Numbers is the black man's friend. Butter and eggs, crap table. Now you quick with the mojo, you can put the mojo on your brother. Confiscate the contents of his pocketbook. You got a lot of time to practice this shit in the jailhouse.
I see.
But let's get back to all the books you done read. Now you think you maybe read 4,000 books.
Yeah, probably, or maybe more than that.
But you ain't read this one.
No, not the whole book, no.
Why is that?
I don't know.
What would you say is the best book that was ever written?
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, take a shot.
Well, there's a lot of good books.
Well, pick one.
Maybe War and Peace.
All right. Do you think that's a better book than this one?
Well, I don't know. They're different kinds of books.
Oh, so this War and Peace book, that's a book that somebody made up, right?
Well, yes.
So is that how it's different from this book?
Not really. In my view, they're both made up.
Ain't neither one of them true.
Not in the historical sense, no.
So what would be a true book?
I suppose maybe a history book. Gibbon's Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire might be one. At least the events would be actual events. They would be things that had happened.
And you think that's a better book than this book here?
The Bible.
The Bible.
I don't know. Gibbon is a cornerstone now. It's a major book.
And a true book, don't forget that.
And a true book, yes.
But is it as good a book?
I don't know. I don't know if you can make a comparison. You're talking apples and pears.
No, we ain't talking about no apples and pears, Professor. We talking about books. Is that Decline and Fall book as good a book as this book here? Answer the question.
I might have to say no.
It's more true, but it ain't as good.
If you like.
It ain't what I like. It's what you said.
All right.
He used to say here on the cup before I got warm, the greatest book ever written. You think that might be true?
It might.
Now you read good books,
I try to.
but not the best book. Why is that?
I need to go.
Oh, you don't need to go, Professor. Just stay here and visit with me.
You're afraid I'm going to go back to the train station?
You might. Just stay with me.
Well, what if I promised that I wouldn't?
You might anyways.
Don't you have to go to work?
I was on my way to work.
A funny thing happened to you on your way to work.
Yes, it did.
Will they fire you?
No, they ain't gonna fire me.
You could call in.
I ain't got a phone. Anyways, they know if I ain't there, I ain't coming. I ain't a late sort of person.
Why don't you have a phone?
I don't need one. The junkies are still it anyways.
You could get a cheap one.
Well, you can't get too cheap for a junkie. But let's get back to you.
No. Let's stick with you for a minute.
All right.
Can I ask you something?
Sure you can.
Where were you standing? I never saw you.
You mean when you took your amazing leap?
Yes.
I was on the platform.
On the platform.
Yeah.
I didn't see you.
I was on the platform, minding my own business, and here you come, hauling ass.
No, I looked around. I made sure there was nobody there. Particularly no children. There was nobody around.
Nope. Just me.
I don't know where you could have been.
Professor, you fixing to get spooky on me now. Maybe I was behind a post or something.
Oh no, there wasn't any post.
So what are we saying here? You looking at some big black angel got sent down here to grab your hunky ass out of the air at the last possible minute and save you from destruction?
No, I don't think that.
Such a thing ain't possible.
No, it isn't.
You don't want to suggest it.
I never suggested any such thing. You're the one who put in all the stuff about the angels. I never said anything about angels. I don't believe in angels.
What is it you believe in?
A lot of things.
All right.
All right, what?
All right, what things?
I believe in things.
You said that.
I probably don't believe in a lot of the things that I used to believe in, but that doesn't mean I don't believe in anything.
Well, give me a for instance.
Mostly the value of things.
Value of things.
Yes.
Okay. What things?
Lots of things. Cultural things, for instance. Books and music and art, things like that.
All right.
Those are the things that have value to me. They're the foundation of civilization. Or they used to have value to me. I suppose they don't have so much anymore.
What happened to them?
Well, people stopped valuing them. I stopped valuing them. certain extent. I'm not sure I can tell you why. That world is largely gone, and soon it'll be wholly gone.
I ain't sure I'm following you, Professor.
Well, there's nothing to follow, that's all right. The things that I loved were very frail, very fragile. I didn't know that. I thought they were indestructible. They weren't.
So that's what sent you off the edge of the platform. It wasn't nothing personal.
Oh no, it was personal. That's what education does. It makes the world personal. What?
Well, I was just thinking that them is some pretty powerful words. Well, I don't know if I got the answer about any of that, and it might be that there ain't no answer. But still, I got to ask, what is the use of notions such as them if it won't keep you glued down to the platform when the Sunset Limited comes through at 80 miles an hour?
Good question.
I thought so.
I don't have an answer for that either. I guess it's not logical. I don't know. I don't care. I've been asked, do I think it odd that I should be present to witness the death of everything? Yeah, I think it's odd. But that doesn't mean it isn't so. Someone has to be here.
Oh, but you don't intend to stick around for it.
No, I don't.
So let me see if I got this straight. You saying all this culture stuff was all that ever was between you and the Sunset Limited?
It's a lot.
But it busted out on you.
Yes.
You a culture junkie.
If you like. Or I was. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe I have no beliefs. I believe in the Sunset Limited.
Oh. Damn, Professor.
Damn indeed.
No beliefs.
The things that I believed in no longer exist, and it's foolish to pretend that they do. Western civilization has finally gone up in smoke in the chimneys at Dachau, only I was too infatuated to see it. I see it now.
You were challenged, Professor. Did you know that?
There's no reason for you to get involved in my problems. I should go.
You got any friends?
No.
You ain't even got one friend.
No.
You got to be kidding me, Professor. Not one?
Not really, no.
Well, tell me about that.
What one?
The not really.
I have a friend at the university, not a close friend. We have lunch from time to time.
But that's about as good as it gets.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's about all you got in the way of friends.
Yes.
Well, if that's the best friend you got, then I reckon that's your best friend, ain't it?
I don't know.
What did you do to him?
What did I do?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything to him. I didn't do anything to him. What makes you think I did something to him?
I don't know, did you?
No! What is it you think I did to him?
I don't know. I know you can tell me.
Well, there's nothing to tell.
And you didn't leave him no note or nothing when you decided to take the train.
No!
Your best friend.
No, he's not my best friend.
I thought we just got done deciding that he was.
Oh, you just got done deciding.
Did you ever tell him you was thinking about this?
No!
Damn, Professor.
Why should I?
I don't know. Maybe because he's your best friend.
Oh, I told you. We're not all that close.
Not all that close.
No.
He's your best friend, only you ain't all that close.
If you like.
Not to where you would want to bother him with a little thing like that.
Look, suppose I were to give you my word that I would just go straight home and that I wouldn't try to kill myself en route.
Well, suppose I was to give you my word that I wasn't going to listen to none of your bullshit.
So what, am I a prisoner here?
But you know better than that. Anyways, you was a prisoner before you got here. Death row prisoner. What'd your daddy do?
What?
I said, what did your daddy do? What kind of work?
He was a lawyer.
Lawyer.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of law did he do?
He was a government lawyer. He didn't do criminal law or things like that.
What would be a thing like criminal law?
I don't know, divorce law maybe?
Yeah, maybe you got a point. What did he die of?
Now who said he was dead.
Is he dead?
Yes.
What did he die of?
Cancer.
Cancer. So he was sick for a while.
Yes, he was.
Did you go see him?
No.
How come?
I didn't want to.
Well, how come you didn't want to?
I don't know. I just didn't. Maybe I didn't want to remember him that way.
Bullshit. Did he ask you to come?
No.
But your mama did.
She may have. I don't remember.
Come on, Professor. She asked you to come.
Okay, yes.
And what did you tell her?
I told her I would.
But you didn't.
No.
How come?
He died.
Yeah, but that ain't it. You had time to go see him and you didn't do it.
I suppose.
You waited till he was dead.
Okay, so I didn't go see my father.
Your daddy is laying there on his deathbed, dying of cancer. Your mama's sitting there with him, holding his hand. He in all kinds of pain and asks you to come see him one last time before he dies. And you tell him, no, you ain't coming. Please tell me I got some part of that wrong.
If that's the way you want to put it.
Well, how would you put it?
I don't know.
Well, that's the way it is, ain't it?
I suppose.
No, you don't suppose. Is it or ain't it?
Yes!
Well, let me see if I can find that train schedule. See when that next uptime expresses due.
You know, I'm not sure I see the humor there.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Professor, because I ain't sure either. I just get more amazed by the minute, that's all. Now, how come you can't see yourself, honey? You playing this glass? I can see the wheels turning in there, the gears. I can see the light too. Good light, true light. Can't you see it?
Oh, I can't.
Bless you, brother. Bless you and keep you, because it's there.
When were you in the penitentiary?
Long time ago.
What were you in for?
Murder.
Really?
Now, who would claim to be a murderer that wasn't?
You called it the jailhouse.
Yeah.
Do most blacks call the penitentiary the jailhouse?
No, just us old country niggas. And we kind of make it a point to call things what they is. I hate to have to guess how many names there is for the jailhouse. I hate to have to count them.
You have a lot of jailhouse stories?
Jailhouse stories.
Yes.
I don't know. I used to tell jailhouse stories, son, but they kind of lost that charm. Maybe we ought to talk about something more cheerful.
You ever been married?
Married?
Yes.
Oh,
What?
maybe we ought to take another look at them jailhouse stories.
You have any children?
No, Professor. I ain't got nobody. Everybody in my family is dead. Everybody, I had 2 boys. They've been dead for years. Everybody I've known is dead as far as that goes. You might want to think about that. Might be a hazard to your health.
You were always in a lot of trouble?
Yeah, I was. I liked it. Maybe I still do. I've done 7 years hard time, and I was lucky tonight I've done a lot more. I hurt a lot of people. I smacked them around a little, they wouldn't get up again.
But you don't get in trouble now.
No.
But you still like it.
Well, maybe I'm just condemned to it. Been the ass by my own karma. But I'm on the other side now. And you want to help people that's in trouble, you pretty much got to go where the trouble's at. You ain't got a lot of choice.
And you want to help people in trouble.
Yeah.
Why is that?
You ain't ready for that.
How about the short end?
That is the short answer.
How long have you been here?
You mean in this building?
Yes.
6 years, 7 almost.
I can't understand why you live here.
As compared to where?
Anywhere.
Well, I would say this pretty much is anywhere. I can live in another building I reckon, but this is all right. I got a bedroom where I can get away. Got a sofa yonder where people can crash. Junkies and crackheads mostly. And of course, they're going to carry out the portable, so I don't own anything, and that's good. And you hang out with the right crowd, you probably get cured of just about every craving. They took the refrigerator one time, but somebody caught them on the stairs with it and made them bring it back up. Now I got that big sucker yonder. Traded up. Only thing I miss is the music. Aim to give me a steel door for that bedroom, then I can have some music again. You got to get the door and the frame together. I'm working on that. I don't care nothing about television, but I miss that music.
You don't think this is a terrible place?
Terrible?
Yes.
What's terrible about it?
What's horrible? A horrible life.
Horrible life.
Yes.
Damn, Professor, this ain't a horrible life. What you talking about?
This place, it's a horrible place full of horrible people.
Oh, my.
Well, you must know that these people are not worth saving, even if they could be saved, which they can't. Now, you must know that.
Well, I always like a challenge. I started a ministry in prison before I got out. Now, that was a challenge. See, a lot of the brothers that show up, they didn't really care nothing about it. They couldn't have cared less about the Word of God. They just wanted it on their resume. Resume. Now, you had some brothers in there that had done some real bad shit, and they wasn't sorry about it. Damn things that getting caught. Of course, the funny thing was, a lot of them did believe in God. Maybe even more than these folks here on the outside. I know I did. Might want to think about that, Professor.
I think I better go.
Oh, you don't need to go. What I'm going to do, you leave me sitting here by myself.
You don't need me. You just don't want to feel responsible if anything happens to me.
What's the difference?
I don't know. I better go.
Just stay a while. Now, this place has got to be more cheerful than your own.
You know, I don't think you have any idea how strange it is for me to be here.
I think I got some idea.
I have to go.
Let me ask you something.
All right.
You ever had one of them days where things was just sort of weird all the way around? When things just kindly fell into place?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Just one of them days, just kind of magic. Just one of them days where everything just turns out right.
I don't know. Maybe. Why?
I just wondered if it ain't kind of been a long dry spell for you. Until you finally took up with the notion that that's just the way the world is.
The way the world is.
Yeah.
And how is that?
I don't know. Long and dry. The point is that even if it might seem that way to you, you still got to understand that the sun don't shine at the same dog's ass every day. You understand what I'm saying?
If what you're saying is that I'm just simply having a bad day, that's ridiculous.
I don't think you having a bad day, Professor. I think you having a bad life.
And you think I should change my life?
What? Are you shitting me?
I have to go.
If you can hang with me a little while longer.
What about my jailhouse story?
You don't need to hear no jailhouse story.
Why not?
You're kind of suspicious about everything. I think I'm fixing to put you in the trick bag.
Oh, yeah, you're not?
Oh, no, I ain't. I just don't want you to know about it.
I need to go.
You know you ain't ready to hit the street.
I have to.
I know you ain't got nothing you got to do.
Now, how do you know that?
Because you ain't even supposed to be here.
I see your point.
What if I was to tell you a jailhouse story? You stay there?
All right, I'll stay for a while.
My man. All right, here's my jailhouse story.
Is it a true story?
Oh, yeah, it's a true story. I don't know no other kind.
All right.
All right. I'm in the child line, and I'm giving my child, this nigga behind me gets into it with the syrup. It says the beans is cold, throws a ladle down the beans. And when he done that, there was beans splashed on me. Well, I wasn't gonna get into it over some beans, but it did piss me off some. I had just put on a clean suit. You know, khaki shirt, trousers, and you only got to a week. Well, I did say something to him like, hey man, watch it, something like that. But I went on and I'm thinking, just let it go. Just let it go. And then this dude said something to me, and I turned and I looked back at him, and when I done that, he stuck a knife in it. And I never even seen it. And the blood is just flying. And this ain't one of them jailhouse shits either. It's one of them Italian switchblades, one of them black and silver jobs. And I didn't do a thing in the world but duck and step under this rail, and I reach and got a whole leg of this thing, and it come off my hand just as easy. And it's got this big long screw sticking out the end of it, and I went to waving on this nigga's head, not even quick. I beat on it till you could hardly tell it was a head again, and that screw gets stuck in his head, and I had to stand on him, pull it out again.
What did he say?
What did he say?
I mean, in the line, what did he say?
I ain't gonna repeat it.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
Don't seem fair.
No.
Well, here I am telling you a bona fide blood and guts tale from the big house, the genuine article, and I can't get you to fill in the blanks about some terrible shit this nigga said.
Do you have to use that word?
Use that word.
Yes.
We ain't making much progress here.
It just seems so unnecessary.
You don't want to hear nigga, but you about to bail out on me on account of I'm gonna tell you some terrible shit this nigga said. Are you sure about this?
I just don't see why you have to say that word.
Well, it's my story, ain't it? Anyways, I don't remember there being no Afro-Americans or persons of color there. To the best of my recollection, it was just a bunch of niggas.
Go ahead.
Well, anyway, I done pulled the knife out and I reckon I done dropped it in the floor. I'm wailing on this nigga's head, and all the time I'm doing that, his buddy's got a hold of me from behind. But I'm holding on to the rail with one hand and I ain't going nowhere. Of course, what I don't know is that this other dude's picked up the knife and he's trying to gut me with it. But I finally felt the blood and I turned around and I bust him in the head. He went skittering off across the floor. And by now they done pressed the button and the alarm is going and everybody's down on the floor and we're in lockdown. And the guard up on the tiers got a shotgun pointed at me and he hollers at me to throw that club down and get down on the ground. Well, he's getting ready to shoot me when the lieutenant comes in and tells him to hold his fire. And he hollers at me to throw that thing down. And I looked around, I'm the only one standing. I seen this nigga's feet sticking out from under the serving counter where he didn't crawl, so I throw that thing down. I don't remember much after that. They say I lost about half my blood. Now, I remember slipping around in it, but I thought it was this other dude's.
That's quite a story.
Yeah, that's really the introduction to the actual story.
Did the man die?
No, he didn't. Everybody did. Well, they thought he was dead, but he wasn't. He never was quite right after that, so I never had no more trouble out of him. But he was missing an eye, and he walked around with his head sort of sideways and one arm hanging down. Couldn't talk right, or they finally shipped him off to another facility.
But that's not the whole story.
No, it ain't.
So what happened?
Well, I woke up in the infirmary. They had done operated on me. My spleen was cut open, liver, I don't know what all. And I had come pretty close to dying. And I had 280 stitches holding me together, and I was hurt. I didn't know you could hurt that bad. And still, they got me in leg irons and handcuffed to the bed, if you can believe that. Well, I'm laying there, and I hear this voice, just as clear, couldn't have been no clearer. And this voice says, if it were not for the grace of God, you would not be here. Man, I tried to raise up, but of course I couldn't move. There wasn't no need to anyway, there wasn't nobody there. I mean, there was somebody there, all right, but wasn't no use in seeing if I could see him.
You don't think that this is a strange kind of story?
Oh, I think it's a strange kind of story.
Well, what I mean is you didn't feel sorry for this man?
Well, now you're getting ahead of the story.
The story of how a fellow prisoner became a crippled, one-eyed halfwit just so you could find God?
Ooh.
You never thought of it that way?
Oh, I thought of it that way. And what?
Well, isn't that the real story?
Well, I don't want to get on the wrong side here. Now, you seem to have a powerful wish for that to be the real story, so I got to say that it's certainly one way to look at it. I got to concede to that. I got to keep you interested.
And string me along.
Is that okay with you?
And then put me in the, what is it, the trick bag?
Yeah.
Right.
You got to remember this is the jailhouse story.
All right.
Which you specifically asked for.
All right.
The point is, Professor, is that I ain't got the first notion in the world about what makes God tick. I don't know why he spoke to me, I wouldn't have.
But you listen.
Well, what choice would you have?
I don't know, not listen?
How you gonna do that?
Just don't listen.
Do you think he goes around talking to people that he know ain't gonna listen in the first place? You think he got that kind of free time?
I see your point.
If he didn't know I was ready to listen, he wouldn't have said a word.
He's an opportunist.
Meaning, I guess that he's seen somebody in a place low enough to where they ought to be ready to take a pretty big step.
Yeah, something like that.
And you think that maybe I think that you in something like that kind of place your own self.
Could be.
I can dig that. I can dig it. Of course, there is one small problem.
And that is?
I ain't got it.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
It comes as a relief to me, too.
Did you used to think you were God?
No, I didn't. I didn't know what I was. But I thought I was in charge. I never know what that burden weighed till I put it down. And that might have been the sweetest thing of all, to just hand over the keys.
Let me ask you something.
Ask me.
Why is it that you people can't accept it that some people don't even want to believe in God?
I accept that.
You do.
Sure I do. Meaning I believe it to be a fact. I'm looking at it every day. I better accept it.
Well, then why can't you just leave us alone?
To do your own thing.
Yes.
Hanging from them steam pipes and all.
If that's what we want to do, yes.
Because he said not to. It's in here. Oh. I guess you don't want to be happy.
Happy?
Yeah. What's wrong with happy?
God help us.
What? We didn't open up a can of worms here. What you got against being happy?
It's contrary to the human condition.
Well, it's contrary to your condition. I got to agree with that.
Happy? It's ridiculous.
Like there ain't no such thing.
No.
Not for nobody.
No.
How did we get in such a fix as this?
We were born in such a fix as this. Suffering and human destiny are the same thing. Each is a description of the other.
We ain't talking about suffering. We talking about being happy.
Or you can't be happy if you're in pain.
Why not?
Oh, you're not making any sense.
Oh! Them were some hard words, Professor. The preacher has fell back. He's clutching his heart. His eyes roll back in his head. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, folks. His eyes is blinking. I think he's coming back. I think he's coming back. The point is, Professor, is that if you didn't have no pain in your life, then how would you even know you was happy? As compared to what?
You don't happen to have anything to drink around here, do you?
No, Professor, I ain't. You a drinking man?
Are we about to get a temperance lecture now?
Well, not from me.
It's been a difficult day. I take it you don't drink.
I don't. I've had my share of it in my time.
Are you in AA?
No AA. I just quit. I had a lot of friends that was drinkers. Most of them, for that matter. Most of them dead, too.
From drinking?
Well, from drinking or don't, for reasons that don't get too far from drinking. Not too long ago, I had a friend that get run down by a taxi cab. Now, where do you reckon he was going? Drunk.
I don't know. Where was he going?
Going after more whiskey. Well, he had plenty at the house, but a drunk is always afraid of running out.
Was he killed?
I hope so. We buried him.
I suppose there's a moral to this story.
Well, it's a story about what you want and what you get. Pain and happiness. I tell you nothing.
All right.
One Sunday, there's a bunch of us sitting in my house drinking. Sunday morning. Favorite time for drunks to get together and drink, and I'll let you think about why that might be so. Well, here comes one of my buddies with this girl, Evelyn. And Evelyn was drunk when she got there, but we fixed her a drink, and directly Reg, my buddy, he comes back in the kitchen and get himself something to drink. Only now the bottle's gone. Well, Reg has been around a few drinking people in his time, so he commences to hunt for the bottle. He looks in the cabinet and behind everything, and of course he can't find it, but he knows what's happened to it. So he comes back in, he sits down, he looks at Miss Evelyn sitting there on the sofa, drunk as a goat. And he said, "Evelyn, where'd you put the whiskey?" And Evelyn, she says, "I hid it." And he says, "Evelyn, where did you put the whiskey?" "I hid it." And this began to piss him off a little, so he gets in her face and he said, "Evelyn, where did you put the whiskey?" And Evelyn, she said, "I hid it in the toilet."
It's pretty funny.
I thought you might like that.
And is that where the whiskey was?
Oh yeah, favorite place for drunks to hide about. But the point is, of course, is that the drunk's concern ain't that he's going to die from drinking, which he is that he's going to run out of whiskey before he gets a chance to do it. Are you hungry? I can come back to this. I ain't going to lose my place.
No, I'm all right. Go ahead.
If you was to hand a drunk a drink and tell him he really don't want it, what do you reckon he would say?
Well, I think I know what he'd say.
Sure you do, but you'd still be right.
About him not really wanting it?
Yes, because what he really wants, he can't get. Or he thinks he can get. So what he really don't want, he can't get enough of.
Well, what is it he really wants?
You know what he really wants.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. What?
You a hard case, Professor.
Well, you're not exactly a day at the beach yourself.
You don't know what he really wants.
No, I don't.
He wants what everybody wants.
And that is?
He wants to be loved by
Oh,
God.
I don't want to be loved by God.
See, I love the way you say it. See how you cut right to it? He don't either, according to him. He just wants another drink of whiskey. You're a smart man, Professor. You tell me which one makes sense and which one don't.
I don't want to drink a whiskey either.
I thought you just got done asking for one.
I mean, as a general proposition.
We ain't talking about no general proposition, we talking about a drink.
I don't have a drinking problem.
Well, you got some kind of problem.
Or whatever problem it isn't something I imagine that can be addressed with a drink of liquor.
I love the way you put that. So what can it be addressed with?
Well, I think you know what it can be addressed with.
The Sunset Limit.
Yes.
And that's what you want.
That's what I want. Yes.
It's a mighty big drinking whiskey, Professor.
Yeah, but I don't really want.
That you really don't want, yes.
Yeah, well, I think I do want it.
Of course you do, honey. If you didn't, we wouldn't be sitting here.
We'll just have to disagree on that.
That's all right. That's the hand I'm playing.
You don't seem to understand that people such as myself see a yearning for God as something lacking in those people.
I understand that. Couldn't agree more.
Oh, you agree with that?
Sure I do. What's lacking is God.
As I say, we'll just have to disagree.
Well, you ain't closing down this forum for discussion, huh?
Not at this juncture.
Because I had a little more to say.
Well, how did I know that?
I did go to 1 or 2 of them AA meetings. A lot of folks didn't like the God part of it all that much. And I hadn't set that long before I figured that the God part was really all the part that there was. It wasn't that there was too much God in AA. It was that there wasn't enough. I got a pretty thick head about some things, but I finally figured what was true about AA was probably true about a lot of other things too.
Well, I'm sorry, but to me, this whole idea of God is just a load of crap.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, save us, Jesus. The professor done blaspheming all over us. Now, we ain't never going to be saved now.
You don't think that's an evil thing to say?
Oh, mercy, Professor. No, I don't. But you do.
No, I don't. It's just simply a fact.
No, it ain't no simply a fact. It's the biggest fact about you. It's just about the only fact.
Yeah, but you don't seem to think it's so bad.
Well, I know it to be curable, so it ain't that bad. And then what you talking about, what that man up there thinks about it, I figured he's probably seen enough of it that it don't bother him as much as you might think. I mean, what if somebody told you that you didn't exist and you sitting there listening to him say it? That wouldn't really piss you off, would it?
No, you just feel sorry for him.
I think that's probably right. Might even try to get some help for him. Now, in my case, he had to holler at me out loud and me laying on the slab in 2 pieces where they didn't sew back together with some nigga that tried to pull me like an apple. But still, I got to say that if God is God, then he can speak to your heart at any time. And furthermore, I got to say that if he spoke to me, which he did, then he can speak to anybody. Well, wonder what this crazy nigga's fixing to do. He's liable to put the mold on me and be speaking in tongues here directly. Need to get my ass out of here. He's liable to try to steal my pocketbook. Need to get my ass down to the train depot before something happened to me. What we gonna do with you, fella?
I need to go.
I thought you was gonna stay busy with me, son.
Now, look, I know you think that I owe you a great deal, at least in the eyes of the world, but isn't there something I could just give you and we could call it square? I could give you some money. How about that? I could give you $1,000. Well, that isn't much, I guess. It's 3,000, say.
You don't have no notion of the trouble you in, do you?
I don't know what you mean.
I know you don't.
I just want to settle this some way.
It ain't me you got to settle with.
You really believe that I was sent to you by God?
Oh, it's worse than that.
How do you mean?
Belief ain't like unbelief. See, if you're a believer, you got to come finally to the well of belief itself, and you don't have to look no further. There ain't no further. But an unbeliever has got a problem. He is set to unravel the world, and everything he can point to that ain't true leaves 2 new things laying there. If God walked the earth when he got done making it, then when you get up in the morning, you get to put your feet on a real floor. You don't have to worry about where it come from. But if you didn't, you got to come up with a whole other description of what you even mean by real. And you got to judge everything by the same light, if light it is, including yourself. One question fits all. So what do you think, Professor? Is you real?
I'm not buying it.
That's all right. It's been on the market a long time, and it'll be there a while yet.
Do you really believe everything that's in there in the Bible?
The literal truth?
Yes.
Probably not, but you already know I'm an outlaw.
Well, what is it you would disagree with?
Maybe the notion of original sin. When Eve eat the apple and it turned everybody bad. I don't see people that way. I think people are good to start out with for the most part. I think evil is something that you bring on your own self, mostly from one what you ain't supposed to have. But I ain't gonna sit here and tell you about me being a heretic when I'm trying to get you to quit being one.
Are you a heretic?
You're trying to put me in the trick bag, Professor.
No, I'm not. Are you?
No more than what a man should be. Even a man with a powerful belief. I ain't a doubter, but I am a questioner.
What's the difference?
Well, I think the questioner wants the truth. The doubter wants to be told there ain't no such thing.
You don't think you have to believe everything that's in there in order to be saved?
No, I don't. I don't even think you have to read it. I ain't even sure you got to know there is such a book. I believe whatever truth was wrote in these pages was wrote on the human heart too. And it was wrote there a long time ago. And it will be wrote there a long time hence. Even if this book is burned, every copy of it. What Jesus said, I don't think he made up a word of it. I think he just told it. Now, this book is a guide for the ignorant and the sick at heart. A whole man wouldn't need it at all. Now, of course, if you read this book, you'll find that there's a lot more talking here about the wrong way than there is about the right way. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Why is it?
Well, I'd rather hear from you.
Well, I'll have to think about it.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, go ahead and think about it.
Well, it might take me a little longer than you to think about something.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Yes. I mean, there's two ways I can take that remark, but I'm going to take it the good way. Just in my nature. That way I get to live in my world instead of yours.
Well, what makes you think mine's so bad?
Well, I don't know it's so bad. I just know it's brief.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I think the answer to your question is that the dialectic of the homily always presupposes a ground of evil.
Man,
How's that?
it's the strongest man's breath, Professor. When I love to lay some of that shit on my brothers. Whoa, now, just us two here talking in private. What did you just say?
Your question. The Bible is full of cautionary tales, all of literature, for that matter, telling us to be careful. Careful of what? Taking a wrong turn, a wrong path. How many wrong paths are there? The number is legion. How many right paths? Only one. Hence, the imbalance you spoke of.
Man, I tell you what, Professor. You can go on television. Good looking man as yourself. Did you know that?
Oh, stop.
I'm serious. It wasn't even all that sure you was, Professor, until you laid that shit on.
I think you're having fun with me.
I ain't done no such thing.
Well, I think so.
Honey, I swear I ain't. I couldn't say a thing like you just got done saying. I admire that.
And why do you keep calling me honey?
It's just the old South talking. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'll try to quit if it bothers you.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what it means.
It means you're among friends. It means you quit worrying about everything.
Yeah, well, that might be easier said than done.
Well, yes, it might. But we just talking here. Just talking.
What else?
What else? What?
Any other heresies?
At this juncture?
At this junction.
Yeah, but I ain't telling you.
Why not?
Because I ain't. Shouldn't have told you what I did.
Why not?
You sitting at my table dead to God as a fallen angels, and you waiting on me to lay another heresy on you to clutch to your bosom and help you show up in your infidelity, and I ain't gonna do it. That's all.
Don't then.
Don't worry, I ain't.
I have to go.
Every time the dozens get a little heavy, you got to go.
Now, what's the dozens?
It ain't even really the dozens. It's really just a discussion.
What's the dozens?
It's when two of the brothers stand around insulting one another, and the first one gets pissed off but loses.
What's the point?
Winning and losing is the point. Same point as everything else.
And you win by making the other guy angry?
That's correct.
I don't get it.
You ain't supposed to get it. You white.
Then why did you tell me?
Because you asked me.
So if I find you a bit irritating and decide to leave, I lose.
Well, like I said, this ain't even the dozens. We just talking.
Yeah, but that's what you think.
Oh yeah, that's what I think.
So how long would I have to stick around before I could leave without losing?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. I guess the best way to put it would be that you would have to stay until you didn't want to leave.
stay until I didn't want to leave.
Yeah,
And then I could leave.
yeah.
Why is it called the dozens?
Don't know.
What sorts of insults?
Oh, you might say something about the other man's mama. That's a sensitive area, you might say. Well, he might lose it and come at the ass, but when he done that, it's like what he's saying that you just got done saying about his mama was true. It's like he's saying that you ain't supposed to know that about my mama, and you damn sure ain't supposed to have told her. Now I'm fixing to whip your ass. You understand what I'm saying?
I suppose.
Well, probably not.
And this is something you do with your friends?
Me? No, I don't play with that.
Tell me something.
Sure.
Why are you here? What do you get out of this? You seem like a smart man.
Me? I'm just a dumb country nigga from Louisiana. I done told you. I ain't had the first thought in my head. If it ain't in this book, then I don't know it.
Yeah. You know, half the time I think you're having fun with me. How you can live here. I don't know how you can feel safe.